program is brought to you by FanDuel, where we give sports fans the chance to win every day.
Pelicans fall to the Heat 123-111. Presented by Scott Vigner Injury Law Firm. Give them a call at 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. They always fight for the win. Me and Grubb. Man, I'm trying to be positive, Grubb. I'm really trying to be positive. I thought tonight, last game before All-Star break, playing some good ball. You got the Heat coming in. They're down Powell. They're down Hero. You're basically at full strength without DeJounte. And then the shit just starts. 30 minutes before the game, all of a sudden Messi has a calf injury. Okay. So he gets downgraded, questionable. You already know he's out. So you start off with that. When you have a front court of Bam and Ware, you're going to need Messi. So that was a big missing piece tonight. And we're going to talk about the offensive rebounding, Grubb. But you start off slow in the first. And then it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Grubb, McGowan's, Looney, and Fears who brought you back to life. Is that correct?
Yep.
And then you had a really good second quarter.
And, Trey gave you a little bit.
You had a really good second quarter. You're bringing momentum. And then the third quarter, you just fall flat on your face. Look, I know the refs were bad, but Trey Murphy was completely checked out after he got grabbed on the baseline out of bounds, and then he goes out with an injury. So I hope he's okay. But right there, Grubb, they're not tough. There was no toughness tonight. There was no grit. That's what was disappointing.
The lack of fight. Particularly as Miami brought the game to the Pelicans. I think, again, when you look at the guys who were supposed to set the tone physically, like Bey struggled tonight with the physicality. Obviously, Zion didn't rebound the ball as well as he had been recently. And the Pelicans just got out physical and just didn't have the energy. And at the most critical points of the game, they didn't have energy to start the game. They didn't have energy coming out of the half. And then down the stretch late, the mental mistakes. And those were the things that killed them early and late. The turnovers were terrible, especially the kinds of turnovers they were making again. They were casual passes. They were misses in transition. Fears played. It looks like, he almost had a triple-double, but he could have had 14 assists if he were paying attention a couple of times. There was Zion streaking at different times where he missed him. And Queen, again, the defense, his effort on defense is just getting worse. It seems like there's just all the worst things of the Pelicans came out tonight. And the flashes of good just weren't enough.
No, not at all. Lito joined the show. What's up, Lito? Just tweaking. Yeah, I mean, Bam he probes his dribble under the goal, and then he's about to turn back around and just completely wraps Queen with his offhand. And, gets an easy, just Queen might have flopped a little bit, but it was a clear offensive foul. And then Bam gets 2 points, and that was that. I just didn't look, I know the refs were bad tonight. I just thought they were so worried about the refs. Lito, did you catch any of the game?
Yeah, I saw the end of the third, and I saw the fourth.
Yeah, Borrego gets the early tee on Zion, and Zion got fouled. But they were just Miami was just being physical, and the Pelicans, if they're pushing you and they ain't calling anything, guess what? You push them back. And that's how it should go. And tonight, they didn't do any of that. They just bitched and complained to the refs, and I thought they just got completely taken out of the game. So, I mean, I don't know if you saw that, Lito, but it was clear. It was clear Miami was going to be more physical with the Pelicans tonight.
I mean, I saw it on just even in their drives from what I saw in the third quarter, the drives where they, attacked the paint. They wasn't Miami was creating the contact. They were creating the contact, trying to get a layup. Oh man, DQ defense was awful.
DQ was just bad overall tonight. He was
awful. It was terrible. Then yeah, go ahead.
Because me and you talked about this. This is why I think they get you got to get a center in the summer, man. You got to get a center. Derek Queen can't be a center. Like he struggles. Like this is a tough matchup for him.
Bam,
And
not a
the
center,
NBA
though.
is starting
That's
to
it.
trending towards that. Like Derek Queen's matchup with Bam, I'm thinking to myself, this is not, no, this shouldn't be a matchup. Like this shouldn't be a matchup. And look, I'm not shooting bail for Derek. Like, I thought he was bad tonight, but like you got to get him a center. You got to think Sengun. Look at what Sengun has: Jabari and Adams. Like you got to go get a center. Sorry, go ahead, Lito. And then Troy Weaver and Joe Dumars don't do a presser. We're going to talk about that too. But
So okay.
Not happy about it, Grub.
All right, listen. I'm with you. I do think
It shouldn't be.
I do think that they have to get a center, but I can't shoot him Bill on Bam. They the same height. He should be able to guard Bam.
Bam's
He's what?
He's a good player.
What does that mean? Like I could see if Bam was 7'1", I'd be like, all right, cool. Like
it's a tough. I mean,
they both 6'9", bro. Like, yeah, it's tough. Man, the fuck up.
But look at them physically.
Yeah.
Bam never looked as soft as Queen does. Like Bam was a man coming into the NBA. Queen is he's a kid. He's a kid physically. He's just not strong.
Bam does have 10 pounds on him. But Chung, like
real pounds, like weight pounds.
Bam pulled up with Asia too. So
hold on, I'm looking at something real quick.
Yeah, that's
I mean, Bam. Sorry, Lito, my bad. Bam's a 3-time all. He's a 3-time NBA All-Star, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and a 5-time All-Defensive Team member. I mean, I don't care if he's having a bad year. Dude's a player.
Two things. The Pelicans center is on Miami's team. You played him tonight. And the other thing is like, yeah, man, that's Derek's fault, bro. Like, don't come in this bitch out of shape. Like you're getting paid to do the thing, bro. Like you're getting paid to do that. That's why I can't get the other dude credit for being with a 27. Because I can't.
Leo, did you think Queen was going to win this matchup? Did you think, like, going into tonight? Did you think?
No, that's not the point, though.
What's the point?
I'm saying compete. No.
You don't think Queen competed?
Did you see him compete?
I didn't see many.
I think he competed tonight.
I don't. No,
bro. Bro, if you line up against Jerry Rice, right? I get it, bro. It's Jerry Rice. He go have a day. But like, man, you telling me what have you been doing all day to mentally prepare for this? You know who you up against. You know the type of game he plays. To be honest, like that's
so why does he get up? Why does he get up for some certain players and not the others?
I mean, I don't really think he's played well the last 2 months. Nah, I ain't gonna say 2 months, but like the last
month and a half.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, like you call it what you want, rookie wall or whatever. I mean, he hasn't been playing well at all.
No, he hadn't.
Like when you look at from January 1st, and I was looking this up, I mean, the worst players on the team in the regular rotation, Queen is at a minus 12.8 right now since January 1st. Minus 12.8. I mean, he's killing the Pelicans every night. When you look at it, they're minus 15, minus 14, minus 11 when he's on the court. And, Justin, you're a baseball guy. You build a great team up the middle, right? Yep. No matter what it is, no matter the sport, NFL, baseball, basketball, you got to be strong at the guard and point guard and the center positions. And you heard the Pelicans talk about it at halftime. We can't stop people up top. And they cannot. And you could just drive into the middle. Miami got into the paint. The biggest parts of the game in the fourth quarter, when the game is getting settled, what does Miami go back to doing? They just drive again straight into the paint and are able to kick it back out for threes. So the Pelicans, everyone in the NBA knows you can drive on the Pelicans and you can get in the paint. And it's been the case, not just with these kids, but it's been the case for 7 years. We've seen it. And we keep hearing about people getting 2 feet into the paint. And these kids are the latest part in a tradition that is uniquely for the Pelicans.
Jaquez, Hawkes was in the middle of the lane tonight, just doing whatever he wanted. I couldn't. I'm like, look, guys, he's a nice player, but holy shit! I mean, they couldn't stop him. Couldn't stop him.
That's a dude. Like Jaime can hoop. he can hoop. And then they missing Norman Powell, who been having an incredible year shooting.
They're missing Hero and Norman Powell. Yeah, like the Pelicans are missing Dejounte Murray. You think y'all for real? Y'all think we'll ever see Jordan Poole again? Because like Trey goes out like how is he not getting into how is he not getting
Grub? Like Justin, this is what I was asking the last pod. This is what I was saying the last pod. What's the plan?
Lito, I think it's an interesting conversation, right? Because Jared made a good point. Like Borrego's sticking to it, right? Like this is his decision. He's sticking to it. Now Trey Murphy goes out tonight. You have literally no. You go to you have no shooting. I'm not saying Jordan Poole is a sniper, but he has the ability to get hot from deep. And I thought tonight I was like, okay, he's got to get in. If he don't get in now, like, what is the plan? Because I thought you're supposed to you're trying to move off of him this summer, right? Like, wouldn't you want to see what he can maybe possibly build back up? I don't know. I'm grasping for straws, man.
They found minutes for Kevon Looney.
Because there was no other option.
Did you have another
I'll tell you this much, Leo. Kevon in that first half or first minute or two.
He can rebound the ball very well.
He gave you toughness and he rebounded. He could barely move, but he gave you toughness and he rebounded.
But Justin, let me ask you this. You said there was no other option, right? Is there another option at guard? Am I missing something?
What's funny is, today we were talking about the Jeremy Sohan, who got cut. The Spurs are going to cut Jeremy Sohan, and we were talking about how is it that Jordan Hawkins is still on this roster? Because again, you're talking about a team that is in need of guard play.
I forgot.
Right? We are saying that this is an absolute need of guard play, and you got rid of Jose, right? So you gave Fears all these minutes tonight, but yeah, Trey goes out and you don't have you can't play Trey Alexander, you don't have anybody else to put in, and you're leaving two guys on the bench uninjured who will see no minutes. No minutes. The Pelicans are not a team that can afford to have two guys on the active roster who see no minutes. It makes no sense. I don't understand why three and DeAndre Jordan, three players who will not suit up. They are not the people who can afford that.
That's so sick.
And I just tweeted about it. I love DeAndre Jordan. He understands his role. He does his role to perfection. He's a mentor for Fears and Queen. Hey, I think Kai was like, yeah. Kai quotes me making fun of me. I'm like, hey, he makes $2.2 billion to be a mentor.
Yeah,
a mentor. It's awesome. Great job.
It's a big growth program for your ass right there.
And then when you think about what they traded Jose for,
Jeremiah Fears shot 19 times today.
You saw that? It's crazy, bro. And the last show you was asking me about how hierarchy and shot hierarchy.
He shot 19 times tonight.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
He did, bro.
11 rebounds, 8 assists.
What was that?
Damn, Fox here. My bad.
The stat where they just showed how bad the Pelicans have been at the rim. And again tonight, how many layups did they miss? Pelicans have 4 of the worst 30 players in the league at finishing at the rim, and it's all again the little things will haunt a bad team. Teams don't execute the things you have to do to win. So the Pelicans miss layups. The Pelicans still don't take enough three-pointer, more shots from distance, and they just don't do that. They don't rebound well on either end of the floor. They turn it over too much. They don't make their free throws. Like, you can have some good nights, but there are just too many things on any given night to beat people consistently when you have all these bad characteristics.
What's up, Five?
Is that popcorn 5?
What's up,
What's
bro?
up, Wow?
Chilling, bro. What's up with y'all?
What'd you think of Zion tonight?
More energy. Thought it was good. I thought Fears missed him a couple times. Even when he got on that run, I think he could have went up another level, but mid. I thought he could be better though. I thought when Bam upped his level of competitiveness, Zion attempted to match it. That was good to see. So again, I want to see what the next level is for Zion, but that comes with the level of consistency, right? Like, I'm not holding my breath for it, but if Zion could do something, post All-Star break, that at least drag this team to the potential playing game, I'd be willing to watch it.
Lito, I said I thought that was one of Zion's best first halves. He scored multiple ways. He had a corner baseline cut for a dunk. He had a midi. He had some crazy turnaround floater on the baseline against Bam.
Yeah.
He had 2 dribble right-handed layup. He had 2 dribble left-handed layup. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this. If Zion just so happened to hear this, bro, I don't give a shit if you miss 30 pull-up middies in a game. Shoot the rock. It's not a bad looking shot. And to be honest, no offense to Jeremiah Fitz, I thought he played well tonight. Again, fan. But I need you to take at least 8 of those shots away from him. I need you to shoot nearly 30. I want to see a game where Zion shoots 30 times. What does that look like?
We don't know, Jared, because he won't. The midi's there. What I'm trying to get at, Jared, and you're absolutely right, is he plays this way in the first half, Lito. You see the energy. You see, he's the best player on the floor, and in the second half, you got none of it. And that was the most frustrating part for me for Zion tonight.
What I told you last pod, he's never played this many games consecutively before.
Uncharted territory.
Yeah, still trying to figure out how to work through that. He don't. I didn't see the first half. The guys on the second, when y'all was texting and y'all were telling me, everything he was doing. I'm like, all right, cool. I looked at the box score and I saw 4 rebounds, and I was like, all right.
And they had 18 offensive rebounds tonight.
So
yeah, in that fourth quarter.
And that's the part is the timeliness of his rebounds.
You got to get a center. This team hasn't had a center since.
Defensively, they're just bad.
It's funny, Lito. All those people that are always shouting at, JV, that he was a problem. He was a problem. He was a problem. That man showed up every single night. That man had a double-double every single night. He was efficient. Boy, what? Whew. I wish we had JV.
Jeremiah Fears boxes out pretty well.
I like Fears, Jarrett.
Yeah.
I really like him. I agree with your shot. I agree with the shot attempts, but I think, have you noticed his decision making getting better?
Increase, yes. I mean, I said this last game. There's been the last couple of weeks. James Borrego even said it in the post-game presser. The last couple of weeks for Jeremiah Fears, there's been a uptick in his ability. The speed's always there, right? That's not the problem for him. The problem is the decision making, the ability to know when guys need the ball. I don't mind you shooting 19 times if you're getting everybody else involved. And it just so happened that you're the one at the end of the shot clock after the ball has been swung multiple times. And hey, yeah, you got to go make a play. But that doesn't bother me. The problem is no pass shots and you're the guard. Like that can't happen.
No,
That can't happen. That's a virus you have to get rid of.
Yeah, I hate that. That and not being able to finish, and it's like not even a difficult finish. It's just like
what do you? Why does that happen, Lito? Like what? Touch?
I don't know. I like
But it was in college too. Is he going too fast? Like what do you think a problem is there?
I think it's some of that. I don't know.
Too fast?
Yeah. I think it's kind of like, and y'all could, tell me if I'm wrong on this. I kind of like, you know how when you wide open and somebody throws you the football and like you turn your head for a split second to see, and then you drop the ball. It feels like the game is just kind of going too fast. Even though Five said this the other night, he probably is the fastest, at least top 3. I think
he got down the court like 3.8 seconds.
Bro, he's fast.
It was insane.
Fast as fuck, bro.
So he's got touch there.
Think
5
dribbles. 5 dribbles.
5 dribbles.
I mean, think that one of the things is I think it's a combination of him being both too fast and too slow. Okay, and I would say it like this: you saw tonight when he threw the lob to Carlo. When he threw that lob to Carlo, he's a half beat too slow. And it ends up being a turnover because Carlo almost slams into the backboard because the pass is off. I think like you see that where he sees the play. When Five was talking earlier about those passes where he missed Zion. When Zion and Justin, I think I texted that in the group chat that there were a couple of things during that run where Fears looked the wrong way. Like he's understanding that he's in transition. He's looking to make the pass, but he looks to the wrong side. And it's a half beat. Like if he slows that one down and reads both sides of the floor, he makes the right pass. So those are the circumstances when I feel like he's too slow, like he's pushing the ball, but his read is too slow. But when he has the ball and he goes to the rim, I feel like he's misjudging like his distance and the defender. And like he's really trying to accelerate through the defender, but he's not realizing, hey, you don't need all that speed. It's more about touch, placement, lift, those types of things. So that I think, going from high school to play at college and you were able to do what you were able to do, and then get to the NBA, that adjustment of just reading defenders, I think, has to come along too.
Justin, before we move on, my coach used to tell me all the time, and like being a point guard is all about understanding like rhythm and pace. But like also for him, it's like having fast feet but a slow mind, right? Like his body is moving. His body is allowing his mind to speed up when it should be the other way around. Like his mind should control his body. Yeah, it's good that you can run really fast with the ball. Great. But you can't do that all the time. So your mind has to slow you down and process things quickly. Like if you slow down, you can be able to process things quickly. You will have that feel of, yo, although Sadiq's running to the corner, I should probably give this ball off to Zion right here. And he just scored one. It's all about feel. And that comes with time. Like these are problems I expect him to have. This is not something we want to be solved in day one. He is not Chris Paul. Like he does not have that yet. He just turned 18, right? Like or 19. Some shit.
19. Yeah, he's 19.
Like, super young.
And I was going to ask you this, Jarrett, because it was very well said, because I was going to ask you, do you think these mistakes, I guess, are correctable?
Hell yeah.
And he's going to do it because he literally just loves the game. Like this kid is always in the gym. And Jarrett, I'm glad you said that too. Like when we drafted him, we all came on the show and was like, we said this is going to be a couple of years. Like we thought he was getting G League reps.
Yeah.
Okay, we did. He started over 30 something games. He's had 10, 20 point or more performances. Like to me, I think Fears already outplayed my expectation. I don't know how y'all feel, but like I know Ross feels differently, but like I like Fears. Like I think he's gonna be a really good player. He the way he's adapted already, it kind of reminds me of Misi a little bit. Remember how Misu, like when we first saw him, Jerry, like he literally couldn't run. And then like game 5, he was better. And then game 15, he was a little better. And then game 30, like the progress was there. With Fears, I see the same thing. See the same progress.
That's a tough comparison, but I understand your sentiment, Justin.
Thank you. It's more about the process. I'm big on the process now, Jared. Big on the process. What you got, Lito?
You'd rather ratchet Fears back.
I know. But
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying you'd rather be able to ratchet somebody like Fears back. Like to be able to slow him down than have to get him up for games and have to have him be more intense. Like, he's a fighter. He's physical. That he's just, his body is not there. He hasn't grown into whatever his physique is going to be. He hasn't learned, again, the nuances of the game. And we talked about this before the season. That 19-year-old point guards don't win in the NBA. They just don't. So, like, to expect him to be a winner at this stage, no, that would be wrong. But I think, considering his age and experience, and that this is the hardest position in the league to transition from college to the NBA, because those are two completely different sets of responsibilities, he's ahead of the curve. So, but the key for the Pelicans, as it always is, what are you going to put around this young man? And what other guards are you going to have on this roster? Because like Five said a couple weeks ago, everybody you brought in to mentor this young man, like Jordan Poole was not the dude to teach him. DeJounte has not been the guy to teach him. Jose couldn't teach him. So you don't have anybody to build this young man up. And you don't have a point guard on your coaching staff to teach him how to be this. So I think whatever you're going to do with him, it's going to be intrinsic that you put some point guard minds around him.
Lito, go.
Yeah, I mean, man, I agree, especially talking about outplaying my expectations. I mean, me, Five, and Chris, we did the breakdown of actually DQing Fears on the same night, which was shout out to us, which is just knowing.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I think I think he's averaging 13 a game. My concern, of course, was the shooting, but you saw the inefficiency at the rim. But I agree with what Grubb just said. He's got to get stronger, right? He's not matured into his body yet. And once those things happen, man, I keep saying this shit. Yo, year 2, him, like when he locks in this summer and figures out what he was doing wrong, or gets a better idea of like what he feels like he was doing wrong and like what he's going to correct, his mentality, for one, is something you can't teach. You got a mentality that you cannot teach. He is just, he a dog. He a dog, bro. He as good as we think he is, like he feel like he better than that. Like he feels like the fact that we saying he probably get better, he got to get better. He would probably take that as a slight. Like I'm him right now, and to be honest, I appreciate that mind state because that's how he got here. He's supposed to be a freshman in college for real. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really think about what he's accomplishing, what he's playing against grown men, bro. Playing against grown men. Like number respect for him.
Lito, he could have had a triple-double tonight. He was 2 assists away from a triple-double. 2 Zion dunks away from a triple-double. Like, the signs are there.
Yeah.
Oh,
the play is there. It's just, I would say I would lean towards the coaching staff. Can the coaching staff increase his basketball IQ? And playing helps. Playing and knowing you're going to play with the people you're going to play there in the lot, like that helps. But also, some like having, if a Chris Paul would have been signed, or if you can possibly, I don't know what that, like anybody that has played around Chris Paul and that's a guard, like their play level is increased. Look at Shea. Who else was that?
Dennis Schroeder was there.
Dennis Schroeder. Oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking about. just guards that have played around
Was
Chris.
he Kyle Lowry with me?
Yeah.
Kyle,
Any guard that's played around him, bro, like it makes sense. And I do believe like there's a change happening in NBA where like the guard position is going to be more prominent than it has been, and it's going to be less of like the heavy scoring output guards, and more like, I can read a defense and I can gain an advantage by getting people in position, and also I can score too. Like that's like the secondary thing and not the primary option for a guard.
Fears is the youngest. I was just going to say this real quick, and then go ahead. Fears is the youngest point guard ever to reach 10 games with 20 plus points. Still at 19 years old, man. Like
that's what I'm saying, man.
This is year one. He's averaging 3.7 assists.
I think there's two things that he needs to really, obviously defense is a big part of it. I think the other part for his offense is he was a good mid-range shooter in college. And I think that, you look at Chris Paul, like we keep talking about Chris Paul, you talk about, even if you talk about, and I've compared him to Gilbert Arenas too. I think that if he could get that crossover, mid-range jumper, that, or just be able to, even in that, well, nights like tonight, instead of going 1 for 7 from 3, to get those guys to run out at you, take that one dribble inside and be able to knock down that jump shot, I think that would help him. Because I don't think he's going to be like a volume 3-point shooter. But I think if he can be consistent in getting some of those mid-range shots, 1 or 2 a night, just to make the defense make work at all 3 levels, and I think it'll open up some assists for him too. Because at his frame, he's not going to be at the rim all the time. He's not the kind of athlete who's, the super athletic 6'2", 6'3" guard. So I think he has to work in some of those mid-range shots.
He was 2 assists away from being tied for 9th on the all-time Pels triple-double list. Oh, shit. That's
crazy. Yo, I know we're talking about fears, but I want to make one more point about Queen. Yo, this wasn't necessarily the night, but like, he gotta stop this lackadaisical dunk shit. He gotta stop being so lax around a bucket. Like, I've never seen a bigs dunk get blocked so much. He already has a lack of athleticism, right? You can't be lackadaisical about it too. Those things don't go hand in hand. Like, he should be able to, his skill set would allow you to think that his footwork and variety of shots with either hand would be able to, if you're gonna dunk the ball, dog, like, dunk the ball.
Yeah, I didn't like his he was bad. I didn't like anything tonight.
I think he went against, like, smarter defenders, right? Like, Bam's a problem, and everybody on that team, you have to have a motor to play. Look how quickly they were moving the ball. If they didn't have something, they got off it. They moved it side to side, like active on the rebounding. How many offensive boards?
18.
See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this wasn't a Derek Queen game. This just wasn't.
Yeah. There were a couple other things too, though. Like his offensive effort, even that. Like, and I in the first half, there were multiple opportunities where there was space for him to react, and he wanted to camp out at the 3-point line. And, we talked about that earlier in the year, is sometimes he will only do 3-point line to 3-point line. And he can't be doing that as a 19, 20-year-old, man. Like, that's the part. And you see, that's why fans get upset with him. And those things is like, who are you to be running 3-point line to 3-point line? There were too many times, in particular in the first half, when I didn't see him get underneath the arc and try to make something happen. I think he gets content trying to make stuff happen from outside. And it's like, no, you have to have some command. You're the tallest guy on the floor for the Pelicans. You have to have some command of the mid post and the low post.
Grub, you know what that is? That's That's not being in shape, because that is obviously you shooting jumpers because you think you have an advantage, but for two, it's easier than getting down there and trying to like do the work. That three he shot in the corner where Zion was posted up. I was so pissed. That was such a bad shot to take.
Fierce had a really bad shot attempt after that. It was like a weird layup. Oh, that was a bad sequence.
But like you gotta, Justin, it's kind of like you say, you talk about the Zion 30 shot attempt thing, but for DQ, we talked about, who he was up against. Yo, model that. Take this game and don't forget how you got your ass kicked by that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come back, be better. Year 2 Derek Queen, right? Like we looking for leaps in a lot of different areas.
Do you think he can make a leap, Lito? Because we have no question about fears. Like, same question about Queen.
Yeah, I think he could get better. I mean, for one, it's got to be his shape. He got to be in shape. He got to have the endurance to be able to do those things. People talk about Jokic, right? And Jokic is not the most physically gifted person, but the thing about him is he playing big minutes and he don't miss games. So you know what I'm saying? Like, especially for his style of play. And the thing, one thing, I know this is not a Denver Nuggets show, but Jokic is special. His touch around the rim is special. Queen gotta kind of exhibit some of those things, but the biggest thing is being in shape. I think the shot go come because his form is good. He got a good, you know what I'm saying? He got a quick release on his jumper. As far as from the three, the midi kind of mechanical. It's very slow developing. He's kind of measuring it, but I think all of those things are correctable also. So yes.
Justin, as you
we need
think
to
about
probably
the
talk
next,
about.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, just thinking that, like a lot of folks have mentioned the defense, and again, 123 tonight, and like they are really going to blow past the team record for most 120-point games in a season, and that's probably going to happen in the next couple weeks. So, like that part of it too is like we as much as we can point to the rookies and Queen and Fears and how bad they've been defensively, and they have, like, there's no question of that. Trey has not been good defensively. Justin, you talked about a bit about it tonight. Zion was not good defensively. Herb picked it up in the second half, and made some things happen late, but he hasn't been as impactful this year as he's been in years past on that end of the floor either. And then you don't really have anybody on the bench outside of Eve, who's played consistent defense, and now Looney has played that was his 4th game since January 1st. So you don't really have defenders on the bench. So I mean, like, it's just tough. Every night you're going into this knowing if you give up 120, it's over. Like, you don't have a chance, and they are giving that up almost 2/3 of their games, more than 2/3 of their games at this point. 33 out of 53, right?
Damn. What you got, Jared?
that doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's depending on how you look at it, right? Like, I'm just looking to see if this team's going to get better. I mean, they don't have defenders on their team, and I think you actually need to learn how to play defense in the offseason. I know that's like not a conventional thing, right? You can teach schemes and stuff like that, but if you're not prepared for it, you're just not prepared for it. And these guys weren't prepared to start. So it's a team game on the defensive side. Weak side help, rotating. If guys aren't locked in, if that's not instilled early, like, it's damn near impossible to do that mid-season. And the way they got off to a terrible start, I don't see you really getting better on that end. The only thing I say you can really get better is the rebounding. You can learn how to box out. Your effort can increase. At the NBA level, it's hard to stop teams as it is, and if you're not attached to each other, it's not happening. But I do want to give somebody a shout out though. This is totally off subject. Shout out to John, man. 300 Mondays in a row. Fucking red beans, bro. That's crazy, dog. So big shout out to you, man. That's insane. You will be forever synonymous with red beans, dog. Something that people eat weekly, sometimes daily. So big shout out to you, bro.
Same Sunday.
Shout out to my dog.
I will say this for Borrego. Getting the Pelicans to play man defense rather than the switching constantly, that has at least made it somewhat better. And I think that's something that, people have been asking about for years, is that the Pelicans you cannot switch when everybody's a bad defender. Like, they're not communicating in those things. So at least when you force them to guard the guy in front of them, they stay somewhat more engaged. So I'll give Borrego that credit. And just, again, I think this is a question I want to ask all y'all, because I was thinking about this today. If the Pelicans get up to, let's say they surge against this back-ended schedule and they get to around 28, 29, 30 wins. Let's say they approach that area. Are there enough wins on the board for Borrego to keep his job? Are there enough games on the board for you to change your mind about any of the players on this roster? Because like we talked about in the chat, what is this franchise looking to do? Because are they trying to use a late season surge as they have in the past and convince you that next year's going to be just fine? Look, we got up to 28 wins. We got up to 29. That's more wins than last year. We're heading in the right direction. We just need a coach and health. Do you think that there's a number that for fans even that can trick them into buying in again for another year?
Actually, I'll answer. I don't.
It's not. I'll answer, Justin. It's not a number. It's
No.
Yeah, you got to make the play in, and you got to knock off some teams you weren't supposed to beat. You got to beat.
I don't think it's the play in. I think it's that though. You got to knock off because there's no way they make it. There's just no way.
Hey, yeah,
but to your point of you got to knock off some teams. Like tonight, I thought was a big test, and I thought in Grub, like we talked about it, like Borrego, like it looked like a very important game for Borrego. Like he got that early technical foul, which I absolutely love backing up Zion. But man, you're down Eve, and then you get down Trey in the third. Like, I don't know. Is this all Borrego's fault? No. I mean, he's had some mishaps, but like it's been pretty tough.
Has he gotten better?
Borrego?
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's defensively gotten better over the last whatever it was, couple of weeks.
Has he gotten better?
I would say he's the same.
I would say that's hard during the regular season, just like for a player. I think it's hard for a coach to get better when you can't get these guys in the practice gym. Yeah. When you don't really have control of this roster from day one.
What do you think, Jared?
I think there's been some plus, right? Like having the nuts to sit Jordan Poole and stand on it, right? And then you see like, hey, this is Jeremiah Fears. This is a better version of him because of that, right? Although the Zion thing has been a little icy at times, but like he's consistent. And it seems like there is some buy-in from him, at least with Borrego. Like if all your eggs are in the basket with Zion, you kind of have to have your eggs in the basket with him. And if he co-signs him, do you just like let him walk? So I've seen some positives, like some changes. I thought the way they would be able to get back in the game in the second quarter, at the end of the second quarter with the second unit, and then you were closing the second quarter with your starters. They gave you an opportunity to like at least compete at the end of the half. Now they fucking blew it. But I thought your lineup selection was good. Like you planned it to that point, but they just didn't do their job. I think those are like positives for me from a coaching perspective.
Good points.
I think has he gotten better? I don't know. Have the Pelicans gotten better?
Yeah,
I would say they have.
Well,
So in the kind of like back that point up, they were when Willie was coaching, they were like 18th in turnovers, and I think that had, I don't know what the number is now, but I think that decreased dramatically under James. The rebounding got better. I think they were like 17th or something like that under Willie. They ended up, I think they were like
20.
20. I think they might be like, you could quote me if I'm wrong, girl. Correct me if I'm wrong, like 13th now, or they were last month. And obviously the offense got better. They are 115th in offensive rating. So I mean, it's tough, man, because you got 5 NBA players on this team.
Yeah, well, then people would be like, well, so did Willie, right? It's like, well, I mean, like Willie was getting run out the building every single night. Like most of these games are competitive. I thought tonight was, this is like they actually didn't show up. I thought the last like 4 or 5 games they like shown up, like they weren't getting their ass kicked. Tonight, like they kind of got bitched around. Like they did, and like I didn't see any fight. You know, if we're being real,
You got a freaking fight. Yeah, I mean, I'm not shooting Willie Bell. Willie was a bad coach. Willie.
I just think they've been competitive.
Yeah,
It's just not much talent on this roster. Like Jeremiah Fears tonight, guys, led the team in rebounding with 11. He was the only player in double digits in rebounds. Smallest guy on the floor.
I feel you. Go DMVs. I think what I'm trying to say is how many they have 15 wins, right? How many do you think they would have if Willie was still a coach?
Quit. Did it quit. But the fact that they beat San Antonio, the fact that they came back against Minnesota, they wouldn't have done that with Willie. I'll say that. Now, ultimately, I don't think a lot of these wins mean anything, certainly, other than trying to make Atlanta's draft pick not as high as it could be. But I think there's something to be said ultimately. Like, I think people need to remember this. They didn't let Borrego go to New York. Okay, they didn't let him go to New York. So do you fight to keep a guy that you're going to only have be your interim coach? Do you make him stay and say, we're not going to allow you to take that job so he can be your interim coach when you still don't really have a direction, a franchise player, and those types of things? If he's gotten some rapport with your rookies, if he has the trust of Zion and Joe decides he's keeping Zion, if he has the trust of Trey and he decides he's keeping Trey, then I think if the way the Pelicans, their history has been with Gail Benson's history about not paying coaches, I think it's still at least a 50-50 that Borrego is on the sidelines next year.
Yo, to add to Grove's point, do I think he's done a good enough job to get the head coaching job? No. That absolutely means he's gonna get the head coaching job though. Like he's gonna be the coach. Like 1,000%.
Lito, why do you think he's not done a good enough job?
They got 15 wins. I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm saying the record is the record.
Okay, just who's your favorite coach
In the history of like,
no, just give me like right now that's alive. Who's your favorite coach?
I like the Jazz coach a lot.
You like him? Okay. So
Will Hardy?
Will Hardy.
You want Will Hardy. So say Will Hardy's the head coach of the Pelicans. How many wins do they have?
21.
Do you think 21?
I'm just like, I don't think they would have a winning record. I don't think there's enough talent on the Pelicans to be
right. So what I'm trying to get at is like, we go with any coach you want. It's like you go Spoelstra. Let's switch. Let's switch coaches tonight.
I know, but the record is still a record, and that's the only thing I can hold you.
Agreed. I go back to what Jarrett was saying because look, pros and cons of Borrego. That's fine. Like they have played better. That's clear as day. They've played better since Borrego's taken over. Okay. Now we talked about having an offseason and all this other kind of stuff, but he hasn't had that. So like, is it fair to grade him over these last 50 or so games? You implement all your stuff in the offseason. Like your offseason moves are like with what the head coach is like, like what he's good at. That's what usually a good franchise does. You have the GM and head coach in alignment of who you want to target in the draft, which you don't have a draft pick or free agency or trades. So like, I'd say give him another shot, but I don't know. I don't see Weaver and Dumars, but I don't know if he's done enough to get it.
Depends on what Joe sees as
like how
success.
attractive is this job?
That's another thing, Grub. That's another thing. So like we keep hearing Darvin Ham and Kevin Ollie.
No.
Why? I'm with 5. No, like flat out.
But guys, we're talking about a franchise that hired president of basketball operations without doing an interview, then gave it to Troy Weaver.
No, bro. There's nothing Kevin Ollie.
So that's what I'm saying. If it was either Ollie, Ham, or Borrego, who would you pick?
I'm staying with Borrego. It makes the most logical sense. Like he's already built a level of consistency with the players. Like there's no need to start over. Okay. Like all respect to my black brethren, appreciate you, but nah, this ain't it. This ain't it.
So Lito, your three choices are
Kevin Ollie gonna.
Your three choices are Ham, Ollie, or Borrego. Who you picking?
I don't even like Ham, bro. Like I don't like
sandwich.
Ham. Like Justin.
Darvin Ham, Kevin Ollie.
Justin.
Jim Calhoun is not around. Like no
James
one's
Borrego.
Walking through that door.
Bro,
who would you pick, Lito?
Justin, they didn't keep this man. They didn't stop this man from getting these other jobs for him to just leave, or to they gonna chalk this up to the season was doomed from the start under the previous head coach. They gonna find a way to Justin. He's the head coach.
I'm cool with it.
No, and I agree. I think that I do. Okay, let me ask you a question. I do not. I shouldn't even have to. I shouldn't even have to speak on Darvin Ham. I shouldn't even have to address that part of the question. Kevin Ollie, NCAA champion. Shout out to the NCAA head coach. No, what? Why? How is he even in this picture?
Because Troy Weaver and Kevin Ollie are friends.
Don't settle. Go hard on them dudes. Everybody's trying to play the right way. Salute. Be aggressive.
Two things, Justin. Yes. Please. I repeat, I will not be a part of the Hamlets. I won't do it. We're done. We're done. Second notion. I mean this wholeheartedly. I'm gonna quit on the show. Like
straight up.
Darvin Ham is
straight up.
Wait, we can't do that.
Straight up.
Bro,
nah.
What is
changing it from pro pals talk to no pals talk?
Straight up. Pro pals talk featuring Justin.
Yeah, featuring Jeezy.
Nah, you can't. No, no, can't leave it alone. You can't.
I gotta go, fellas.
All right, bro. Don't.
No, bro. Like, listen.
No.
Hey, bro. Look, shout out to 5. 5 asked intriguing questions to Willie Green. Right, you saw the answers that he got to Bill Green. Imagine what Darvin Ham would have answered that with. That was a good question. 5, salute. What?
I rock with the show, Five. Appreciate you. What? Darvin, get your hand out your pocket. What? Answer the
Fuck out of
question,
here,
bro.
man. Like, man, come on, man.
So yeah, out of those three, who you got, Lito?
I'm going James, bro. It's not even close to me. I'm going James. Like, if that's my, you know, I'm gonna say this. There's a rumor that another guy has been around also. I don't know if we could say his name.
No, don't say his name. I don't know
You
who you're
know
talking
what
about.
I'm talking. You do know what I'm talking. You told me.
I don't know this one, but I do know this.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah. Let's not say that. But
Lito, Lito, I do know this.
What's up?
I need new friends because I've never gotten a job because of my friends.
Bro,
They ain't never done nothing for me. Not in that fashion. Multi-million-dollar job because I'm your friend. Oh man,
shit, man.
I'm living wrong. I'm living wrong.
Darwin him no. Is there anyone else you want to talk about? Like, I don't.
When they play again, Friday?
No, it's All-Star break. Thank God.
Oh, okay. That's great news. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about post All-Star break DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, he comes back. I mean, like, I don't like. Yeah, he'll be good to have back.
He was on the bench tonight. I didn't
Yeah.
even pay attention.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was. No, I'm interested to see him back, but this is what I want to talk about. What center would y'all target?
I heard Kessler wants 25
Crazy.
plus.
To do what?
Crazy.
To do what?
I guess rebound and block shots. I'm like, bro.
The center that we should target you played against him tonight.
I love him. Pause, but
Played against him tonight, man.
Khalil.
Me and Chris did a breakdown of him, and we tried to do everything we could to get the Pelicans to draft him. That, you know, they drafted a center, but shout out to that center too.
I like dude, man.
I didn't realize he could shoot like that.
You know
Jaren Jackson was launching some threes tonight, and I was like, yo, this dude needs to chill a little.
Shoot like he got a backpack on.
Yeah. Draymond-esque.
Ugly, man.
I mean, 9 3-point attempts tonight. That's.
How many rebounds he had, Justin? How many rebounds? 4.
14.
Yeah, 14 rebounds.
All right.
13 of 17 from the free throw line.
Come on, Bam.
Oh, I thought you said Jaren Jackson.
Why would
I don't know. That's why I was confused because you said Jackson. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm tripping. 5. Didn't he say Jackson?
What did I say?
No. He said. I thought he said Bam.
I said Bam.
You said who you said was launching threes?
Bam.
Bam.
I swear I heard Jaren Jackson. Okay, I'm sorry. That's why I was like, what?
That was random, but Asia was in the building. I heard.
Yep. Lane Kiffin was in the building.
Oh.
See, I knew I wasn't tripping.
What?
Oh damn.
You said Jaren Jackson, bro. I'm like,
Oh, I am.
Oh, man, that's a Jaren Jackson. My bad.
I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
The four makes sense now.
That's a chest tap. My bad. Yeah, bro, I'm tired. That's my bad. Okay. I got it. I got it, guys. Yeah.
Nah, well, we need to know how many rebounds Jaren Jackson had. Now that
If he had 4, that'd
Bam
be
had 14.
well, Bam different. I expect.
Oh, now he's different.
Bam?
Well, you said Queen should have won the matchup tonight.
No, I did not say that, Justin. I did not say that.
Competitive.
I thought he should have played way better than what he did.
That's all
I
I'm
agree.
saying, 5.
I agree.
Like you can't.
I thought he was. I thought he was mentally checked out, man. I was pissed off with look, the refs were terrible tonight, but Trey and Queen were. You gotta get over it at some point. You're a professional.
He had 4.
Jaren Jackson had 4 rebounds.
Wow, boy, You good, boy.
Come on, man.
You good, boy.
Put the parlay in, man. Call me. I got it.
Man,
Yeah, I thought Trey and Queen played soft tonight.
I just think this team is soft at times. You know what I mean? Like they're too
like-
light. They look too
they
light
are
in
too
the seat.
Nice guys, bro.
But I like the way Fears competed tonight. I like McGowan's. Of course, I like Sadiq.
I'm serious. I think they're too light in the seat. Like they too light in the body. Like they get
Jared,
moved.
Like Trey gets moved. Like the whole box. Like he was upset because I forget whoever it was crashing weak side, and Trey's just standing upright. Like he didn't box out. He didn't box out. He didn't push back. Like I thought there was.
Oh, you talking about the inbound Trey missed? He said he got fouled.
No, that was a foul. I'll give Trey that.
I don't think so.
Wow. Either way, I didn't think it should have resulted in a technical foul. But go ahead, Jared.
No, I think dude need to. Again, you can't get moved. Like he shouldn't have been able to move you like that. You still should have been able to catch the rock.
I just thought like I don't.
How's it? Someone just said like the coach soft. Bro,
what do you want Borrego to do?
Catch the ball for him,
do so much. He can't box out.
Yo, man. Jaime Jaquez when
Jaime Jaquez was moving people. You want to talk about
moving
folks?
DQ.
Jaquez was moving.
Jaime a grown fucking man out there, brother.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought Trey missed about 3 or 4 box outs tonight for sure.
What he got hurt? When did he get hurt?
Third quarter. Shoulder soreness. He kind of fell. He felt pretty hard. He had an and one. Felt pretty hard, and that was that.
It's also a weekend, I guess. So
yeah, man.
Where's the
All-Star weekend, man? Let them folks go to Cabo.
And Trey should be in LA, but
he should. But that's when you don't complain enough. You could just fuck with the guys who complain for you, but could have just
see. Leo, what's your thought? What's your thought on this? Go ahead.
No,
ease.
No, I don't need to. No, I don't. If he plays bad, I'm gonna say he plays bad. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to correct my critique of him because I've been very critical of him of how dope I think his game is. So when I don't see him playing to that type of standard that I think he should have, then I should be able to critique that. You're not about to take that away from me. I'm gonna critique Derek Queen. Fuck that.
Yeah. When did we get to the point where like we can't say anything negative about
you
people?
guys are mean?
Oh, my pussy hurt. Like, hey. Come on, dog. What do you think this is? We talk about everybody.
Everybody, bro.
Even you can get talked about.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Love this show. Like I don't understand the people. Like appreciate the comment easy, but I don't understand the audacity people have. Like you can't talk about a certain. Like why can't we not talk about Derek Queen's game? He wasn't good tonight. If you went up to Derek Queen, like, hey, do you think he played well tonight? What do you think he would say? Probably say no. It's the whole point of it. Like, this is the whole point of the show, is to have different opinions.
That's fair.
Like people, like there were a couple articles today. This bothered me. I didn't want to. This bothered me. There were a couple articles that came out today saying, it was a good season by the Saints and blah blah blah, and that. Then another article about Zion Williamson playing 30 games. He's having a good year. And I was like, how low is the bar? They finished last in the NFC South. They won 6 games. Is that right? They won 6 games. Zion Williamson playing 30 games in a row. Like, that's all. Like, shout out to Zion. Like, big time. It's year 7. This is what we're celebrating. Like the standards got to be higher if you expect to win. Like the standards just got to be higher. That's all I'm saying. Have your opinion on everything, but like the standards just got to be higher as a fan. Got to be.
Justin, I really do think they're trying to replicate what the Saints did. I truly do. You know, try to figure some things out. You know, start to mid-season, and the final push, you string some wins together, gain some momentum around your young core. As you proceed into next season, like that's what they want now. Like the Saints have like this goodwill right now. Like, no, this was not the season that they promised. They were trying to win games initially, and they just couldn't. Same with the Pelicans. They were trying to win games, and they couldn't. So now we're in the back half of the season. They're going to try to string some wins together, gain some goodwill, and go into next season thinking like, okay, we're going to try to run this thing back. We'll go.
Don't you
All right,
dare.
Nando. Yeah, man. It's all about positioning,
Athlete and athletics.
athletes and athletics.
Damn, this is kind of crazy here. What is the price?
Whoa. Why would you know that?
We
That's
need
what
to.
I'm like, where
We
there's a
need
lot
to.
to
Why would
break
you
down
buy
here.
that?
Yeah,
Why would you,
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot to break.
We need to. Now this is pod. Like this is how we pod. This is not now we getting somewhere at the show. Now we got to know what is the standard price for that age. That's what we first need to define, because if you think about it, guys, right? If you think about it, there's always inflation, but also you got to think about the age of the product versus the decline in the product. And that's where the slope get tricky. And that
is it refurbished?
You know what I'm saying? Did it get upholstered? This is
New interior? Like, all there's so many questions.
And that's the thing. Like, and like, is this a day one street worker, or is this later on in life to subsidize your income?
Remember in life when Ray paid that girl $2?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man. So what? Whew.
Oh man, never mind.
How does it
Never
get?
mind, man. The Fun Police game. Don't worry about it. The Fun Police game.
People messing it up, bro.
Yeah, Fun Police game. Don't worry about it. Show's over.
The massage.
I feel like we was like bad respectful. We ain't even. God, man, we can't even have no fun on a 15-win team, man. Like,
smash the like button.
Go through the rest of the questions, Justin.
Yeah. Wait, smash the like button though.
Oh, actually, please do that. Please do that.
Please smash it. Ooh, good question. B_Penton. Better building block, Queen or Fears? That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's why I started.
I'm gonna say Queen.
Yep.
I like Fears.
Yep.
I like Fears. But just Queen.
When's the last time an elite guard like led a team to a championship and won?
An elite guard.
Oh, I guess Shea is that, right?
Yeah, SGA.
Good question, B-Pen.
I don't know. I still think he operates like a wing, but that's neither here nor there.
Let's see. I mean,
but like, look at their skills. Yeah, look at their skill sets, though, right? Like, you look at Shea, it's mid post, right?
Slow, methodical.
It's
not slow, methodical, but not slow, but
it's not fast.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Curry, and then people are like, okay, you're gonna use Curry as your example. Who's shooting like that? Like who is shooting like that?
No one will ever be Curry.
Like that's not like a easily like replicable thing to do.
Would you say Jamal Murray?
He's the lead.
because of Jokic. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just looking. Lakers, they had LeBron, AD. Toronto was Kawhi, and I I'll say Lowry, Kyrie, LeBron, Curry. I like Queen, but I like the better building block would be Queen.
It's Queen.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I think it's Queen.
Yeah, I hope that'd be awesome. But
Can
for
they
instance,
be mergers?
but for instance, if Denver was like, "Hey, we're going to trade one of these guys," who do you think they're going to trade?
Oh, it's not even
Exactly.
close. it's not even close.
I'm not saying Queens and beat Jokic, but yeah, Chung, I agree. I know you don't like his game, but his offensive upside is major. And I keep shouting this from the mountaintops. And they failed Zion with this. You gotta get complementary pieces around Derek Queen. You know what I mean? Complementary pieces. I mean guys that will be average defensively and good offensively. You can't have 2 3 non-shooter lineups around Derek Queen. It's not going to work. You got to get a center, a stretch center that can shoot the three. When's the last time? Seriously, I'm really honestly thinking about it. I guess it was JV. The last time the Pelicans have had a shooting center.
I wouldn't even consider him a shooter. I mean,
right. So then you go down the list. Like it was Favors. And
they've never had a
it
shooting
was
center.
Steven Adams. And fuck. The last one, I guess, Anthony Davis? Boogie?
Nope. The last, I guess Boogie probably would be.
Yeah.
The last big they had that shot was Ryan Anderson.
What do you mean? Like a power forward?
Yeah, he wasn't a center, but he was a big.
He was like 6'7".
But they
No,
played
Nico, bro. Yeah, Nico.
Oh, they had Nico. Okay.
Oh, Nico was so cold.
Nico's
here 1 year, right?
No, he had 1.5 years.
One and a
He
half.
got traded from Chicago when Boogie tore his Achilles, and him and AD went crazy. Bro, that was a good fucking team. But damn, how y'all forget about Nico?
Not bad. I'm sorry.
It happens, bro.
He was only here for a year and a half.
It was shit. It's the last time I won a playoff series. Ain't that crazy? Smash the like button.
I like that. Fairs plays like Kobe White.
We'll go a couple more and get out of here.
Pro dimension talk.
Young prospect now. Now I see why the scouts are hesitant about DQ. See how he slacks off in game.
I'm a go ahead, Bob.
Now I was going to talk about Lito brought up Zion not playing. First time playing 30 some odd games, right? For the first time straight. Well, this is what game 40 what for Derek Queen? I don't think he's ever played a schedule like this before. So I expect like the energy to fall off. Like he's not conditioned for this. It just isn't.
You just got I hate saying it. I really do. But like we're relying on Derek Queen to be like a winning player as a rookie. And like I'm not talking about effort. Like I get that. But like there's just shit you gotta learn.
Yeah.
He ain't ever played this many games before. I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying, like, you gotta live with the good and bad in rookies, man. Like it's tough. Rookies don't start and win.
Man, people need to go watch that Joker rookie season.
I got to watch it. It was terrible.
No, it's just not. Like you kind of see similar things, bro. Like the flashes are there, right? Like he understood how to play basketball. I don't know why I said Joker, my bad. The flashes are there, but you can tell like it needed time. Like he needed space. Like he needed like he was playing behind Nurkic, if I'm not mistaken.
They was trying to figure out who's better.
Yeah.
No shit.
So, like again, like we can't be putting this on Derek Queen and like be joking right now. Like we can't.
Like we just can't like that. And but Jarrett, that's what sucks about this, right? It's like, two rookies are getting major minutes, and we're like, we need to make the play in. That's putting just a lot of pressure on these guys. And like, dude, you just NBA, like, you don't win with rookies in the NBA. You just don't.
No, Houston didn't even do this with Sengun. Like they just let them go out and fail. Like there was no idea of like, yo, you need to go make the playoffs because we need. Like there was no pressure of that. Just go play, get better.
Just go get a Dylan Brooks. That'll fix it.
Good point. All right, Splash Like button. We're getting out of here. Enjoy your All-Star weekend. Enjoy Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody out there. We're going to take Sunday off. We'll be together Sunday, but we're going to take Sunday off.
Wait, Justin, you got to answer this.
Ooh.
You got to answer this.
What is this? I don't know what the fuck this is. What is it?
Lito, you got a favorite song?
5, I haven't heard it.
Okay, that's fine.
I haven't
Gasp. Okay, bro. All right. There's one song that I cannot stop playing.
Talk to me.
It's Bombs in the Ville, Hit the Gas. Right? It's like a two-parter, right? Dog, I cannot stop playing this song.
Okay. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna put my hate away.
Dang, bro. Hate is good for you.
I know, man.
We need shirts that say that.
I'm telling you, it's just not enough hate. It's not enough hate. It needs to be more hate. I'm a proud hater of things that I hate. And it don't even have to be rational. I just hate it.
You might be hater of the year.
I try. That's the thing. Like I try to
win that. Yeah.
I think they should both play Summer League, by the way.
Oh, cool. Who we talking about? DQ and Fizz?
Yeah, both.
Wait,
both.
What you mean should?
BOFF.
What you mean should they?
BOFF. All caps.
They ain't got no, they better be there.
You're not good enough?
Nah, you're not good enough. That's like that last year with Jordan Hawkins, right? When they was like, was last summer? Well, man, I don't know if he's gonna play something. What else is he gonna be? What else is he gonna do?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to sleep. You're right, Chung. I am going to sleep. Happy All-Star break. Happy Mardi Gras. Smash like button. What, Leo? You got anything else?
No, man. It's your time to shine. This your era right here, bro. This what you do.
I'm going to sleep.
Get your sleep now, Justin. Yeah. You're gonna need it, buddy.
Y'all ain't never Mardi Gras with Justin.
You ain't never Mardi Gras.
See y'all Sunday. Well, see y'all Sunday, but we'll be back like Wednesday. Later.